The warning bells came too late for Jamie Roberts. She died last August after a fatal dose of heroin cut with another dangerous opiate, fentanyl.
What did that drug take from you?
My daughter. I didn't think it would happen to my own kid.
Phyllis Roberts says Jamie would have celebrated her 20th birthday in March.
She used to like to go riding and berry picking. She used to love cutting fish, helping other people.
Jamie liked to babysit for her sister Vera and make funny faces.
I always feel like she's always there looking at me.
There's also Jamie's beloved cat, Kitty, a reminder that Jamie had only one life to live. Her mom and her sister believe it may have been the first time she tried heroin.
I don't even know what it looks like, or... Me too, I don't even know what it looks like.
For those who have never seen heroin, here are some photos from past trooper cases. Lab tests show Jamie was killed by a mixture of heroin and fentanyl, 50 to 100 times more powerful than morphine. In fact, state troopers say the drugs seized in Quinhagak were even more potent than what you see here because they had more fentanyl than heroin. The first time they've uncovered such a lethal combination in Alaska.
So if you get a low-quality heroin, they'll put fentanyl in it to give it a bump.
Lieutenant Gonzalez says fentanyl is so powerful and so unpredictable, it's like Russian roulette.
If you had two piles sitting in front of you, just usually with a naked eye, you couldn't tell which one's going to kill you and which one's going to be a dose that's going to make you high.
Lieutenant Gonzalez oversees the trooper post in Bethel, where most of the drugs come through before they filter out to the villages.
And the way it works is here's Bethel, this is where we are.
Troopers have been alarmed at how quickly heroin is spread from here to some of the state's most remote communities.
So there's Bethel, and then down to Quinhagak.
Just 70 air miles away, about a half-an-hour flight from Bethel.
Right now, what we're seeing is that 1/10 of a gram of heroin is got a village price, or a price in the villages of between $80 and $100.
$80 to $100, cheaper in most cases than bootleg alcohol, which runs between $150 to $350 a bottle. Quinhagak is used to dealing with alcohol abuse because drinking is usually out in the open, but heroin users hide out from watchful eyes who might shine a light on their addiction. Quinhagak was completely blindsided on the day Jamie died. There were 3 other overdoses which caught the health clinic unprepared. At the time, they didn't even have naloxone, a drug used to treat narcotic overdoses, because here in Quinhagak, there was never any need for it. Now, health aides like Martha Nicolai and her daughter Elsie feel differently. Do you think every village needs to have those now?
Yes.
Brandon, one of the young men who smoked heroin on the day Jamie died, agreed to talk with us, but said he didn't want to show his face on camera because he feels too ashamed.
While I was walking, all of a sudden I heard a trumpet go off.
Brandon says he had a near-death experience after he arrived at the clinic with no pulse. He said he had a vision of a golden gate where his late grandparents stood, but a voice told him it wasn't his time.
I just flung back. I just flew back like really fast, and I felt myself go back into my body, and that's when I woke up at the clinic.
Brandon believes he came back from the dead.
My mom was the one that revived me. She is the first person that found me. I was lucky because it was within a few minutes of it happening, and she actually thought I was choking because I was all blue already.
It was the very first time you'd ever tried heroin?
It can be 1 hit, it can be 3. That's where I had 3 hits, and that ended my life for a brief moment.
A moment that has put Brandon on a new path.
I try to stay away from people that are doing something like that. And you know, having a second chance, I know there's a God because I was there, and I really believe.
The word Quinhagak means New River, a fitting name for a community ready to put heroin in the past.